hand Toga, SRS runway, auto thrust is blue. 80 knots, thrust set. 5500. Reverse. Rotate.
Test. Yeah, buddy. We back, chat. Windows update. How to do a Windows update. Every time that happens, you guys know the drill. Windows update, it cooks everything on the microphone settings. So we are back. Microphone is up and running. Back at a bonus stream. I know I was supposed to go hang out with Chris PT6, but he diverted. He didn't come and hang out with me. So went and got some Korean barbecue for lunch, and I was on the way home with the wife, and I'm like, hey, I really want to do one more stream before I go back to work. She's like, are you crazy? I'm like, yeah, I'm crazy. I want to fly X-Plane 12 again. Here we are. The real level up update, 1.52 from August 3rd. I made a mistake. So I updated the aircraft, but when I selected my old livery was on the old install from the level up original update. So I never flew the new update. I've since wiped it. I've reinstalled the latest update, put this livery on it because I saw 8K livery from Tom Can Cook, aka Tom Can Fly, and I said we got to try this AirCal livery out. Short flight tonight, LAX, Reno. It is 6:50 p.m. local time here on the ramp. The sun is getting ready to set, and we got a light overcast sky. We got some weather up there in Reno as well, so it should be pretty spicy. But I'm ready to rock and roll. This will get me back in the swing of things too before I go to work tomorrow. Instead of flying 707s, it will at least look familiar to me when I get in the 737 cockpit. So, Zach Dill says, I won't lie, X-Plane be looking juicy. I know it, man. It is. It is looking juicy. And I'm telling you what, guys. I'm telling you what. X-Plane is packing some punches. Let's see how it looks. I don't have map enhancement yet because I haven't had time to set it up. But next week, I promise we'll do some map enhancing. That's why we're going to hopefully fly into the sunset and not see any default terrain. I know the terrain is going to look poopy, but let's look at the clouds. Let's look at the lighting. You let me know how many ants you see, and we'll go from there. But I also very curious to see how the new PFDs look on this one. So I'm excited. I hope you're all excited. Let's go ahead and have some fun, shall we? All right, who's ready to rock and roll? Let's hop into the cockpit if I remember how to do it. And our lovely 737-800, let's get this airplane booted up and on fire. So we'll get the battery switch on, we'll go ground power switch will come on. We'll clear this out. We'll let the airplane kind of come to life here. We go do our walk around if need be. Clouds do look legit. They do look legit. Look at that wing view, guys. Look at that engine. There's something with the engine that's different in the level up that I just love. That big squashed front. I don't know. We got to fly the PMDG because I want to see the PMDG engine squash compare it to this engine squash. But Iveo Premium Deluxe Edition Diabetic Lad, indeed. Yeah, it does look real, Jeff. It does. I don't know why, man. I of all people, you know, after messing with X-Plane for a little bit, I'm just like, I want to go back. It's calling my name. It's calling my name. So, all right, let's go up and do the overhead flow. We'll start up top here. We'll go ahead and get the ADIRs into nav. Boom, boom, nav. Dome light can stay off. Everything looks good. Let's do Mach airspeed 1, airspeed 2. Stall warning is probably not going to work because this airplane requires, 3 minutes power up for stall warning test. Here we go. So we'll skip those. That looks good. Oxygen is checked. Moving down over here, we'll get the yaw damper on. We do not have center fuel, I don't believe, so forward tank fuel pump will come on in preparation for the APU. I'll put this at the 12 o'clock position for both of those. That looks good for me. Cabin utility is on. That all looks good. This is good. Coming down this panel here. Just do a little bit of lighting. Let's go ahead and get the emergency exit lights on. Chimes will come on. Seatbelts can stay off. Let's see, window heat 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those all come on. Hydraulics will stay off. Captain is flying today. Trim air switch will come on. Auto. Let's get these into the normal configuration. I'll actually turn the APU bleed on. That's our normal configuration. Let's take a look at our cruise altitude. Short flight up to Reno. We're only going up to 34,000 feet. We'll dial in 340. Reno landing elevation is 4415. We'll set 4400. 4415 is set. Logo lights come on. Chicks dig logo lights. Let's see. Logo's on. The position is on. Wheel well light. Hey, are we flying the 707? Nope. That 707 was fun today. You guys like that 707 stream? I had a lot of fun with that 707 for $10 or free, depending if you have it on or not. I had a lot of fun with that 707, man. I'm just having fun with the sim. I'm just glad we can have fun with the sim. X-Plane map enhancement might actually have me installing it. Jeff, I fully intend to get map enhancement installed for the next X-Plane stream next week because I want to try the Piper Chieftain out and I want to try a couple other things out. I'm very curious to see how this airplane handles with the latest and greatest update. As Joe said here, would like a report on rotation feel and definitely your approach altitude perception and derotation with my current flight model. I will actually check it out for real this time, my man. Thanks for tuning in. Do you still recommend, just while I have you here, on the last stream we talked about just adding 0.1 as a PSA to the trim. Do you suggest I do that, or should I just go with what the box gives me? You let me know. Let's go ahead and continue the setup guide here. I did update my wing panel. That looks good. All right, flight director. Flight director is going to be heading, what is it, 256? AJ. This goes way too slow, AJ. Why did I listen to AJ Funari? He told me to update SimApp Pro because it fixes something. And no, SimApp Pro makes this scroll slower. Well, that's going to be Spicy. 256. I'm going to set 3,900 on the altitude just as a reminder that I don't have my clearance yet. So let's go ahead and do lights test. Everything looks good. We know how to check that. Let's just pretend it's a through flight. Let's skip all the fire warnings and all that stuff. So let's go reset back to rate. RTO is set. We'll pretend we've been on this aircraft. We'll get the FO's panel lighting up. That all looks good. We'll go FMC here. Coming across. Park brake is set. Trim set. Fire we're skipping. Everything looks good down here. Rudder and aileron trim 0, 0. That looks good. So pause and knits. Let's go ahead and get this loaded up. I'm going to use my FMC, set pause, route. We're going KLAX to KRNO. And we're operating as Merkin, AirCal livery 357. All right, departure LAX. We're blasting off 25 left because it's a, excuse me, no we're not. We're blasting off 25 right because it's a shorter taxi. Real world, they'd probably send us 24 left, but we're going to go 25 right. And I got my iPad with me today, which is good. We're on the Lady J4 to Castro. Lady J4, Castro intersection. Castro intersection. Route, activate, execute. Now, this is a real short flight plan. Let me see what we got en route. Direct to Slammer for the Slammer 5. Nope. Direct to Scherf for the Dingleberry 1. So next page, SHERF. Scherf. Arrival, planning on landing on the ILS Zulu 17 right from, I looked it up prior to, we're going to take it from Clock intersection, Dingle-One-Berry, Scherf transition, executes. Legs page, let's put you into plan mode and just kind of take a look at that here. Just briefly step through. I wonder if Scherf and oh yeah, so Goofin, so Kanya takes us out to a vector and then back to Clock. We'll probably end up just going direct Clock. So we'll leave it. We're going to have a little bit longer route distance than what's been planned. So we'll leave that as is. Okay, cool. So that looks good. Let's go to init, index, perf, and this is where we're going to have some fun. So let's go back home page. Let's start the flight leg. Let's go fuel weight and balance. Payload. What do we need today? Fuel. 12,800. I would like an extra 2,000 pounds. 14.8. I'm a simple man. Give me 15,000 pounds of gas, please. 15,000 pounds of gas. Next page. Total payload for today's flight. 29,210. Enter. That looks good. Next page. Weights are going to update, I believe, right? Pixelated, thank you so much, man. Says if you're willing to spend $20, airport enhancement package makes ground texture amazing. X World Pro is great too. I did see X Q8 Pilot do something about that. I will definitely keep an eye on the additional add-ons. Let me start out. Let me get one at a time here. Pixelated Wolf. Let me get map enhancement first, and then I'm gonna. You know, this is. Again, part of the reason why I love Microsoft is I don't have to do any managing of sceneries, libraries, plugins, all that stuff, right? So as I get back into X-Plane 12, I'm going to just take it very slow. I want to have the most minimum add-ons as I can. But I'm not discounting what you're saying. I'm just going to say, let me go one at a time. Let me see how I like it, see how it handles, and then we'll continue to add on to that. So, all right, that is all good. So let's call the fuel truck. They're going to come over and start doing some stuff. While we wait for that, we can finish out the rest. We're going to do reserves of 6,000 pounds. Cost index of 99. Well, let's do 88. Cost index of 88. Transition altitude 18,000. We're cruising over there at flight level 340. We'll come back to this page later. N1 takeoff. I tell you what, because I want to test the actual rotation We're going to do a 24K, and we're going to derate to 30. Because I want to test the actual performance. I've done some 26K takeoffs, but this is our normal everyday flight. We're going to be super light anyway, so let's not blast it out of the water. Let's see what we'd probably actually realistically get a 22K out of here. Well, let's plan a 24K, derate to 30. We'll do climb 1, that's fine. 95.6 on the N1, that checks out. Takeoff speeds. We'll go flaps 1. That'll probably be pretty standard. I will wait to fill the CG until that gets done fueling. So I'll go back to perf init. We'll kind of hang tight here. We'll wait for this to finish. Prayers for a strong belly during the flight. Korean barbecue was a solid choice for a pre-stream meal. I mean, it was, don't go wing nuts right there to defend. My goodness. I tell you what, we went to Gen Korean Barbecue. Never been there before. Legit Korean barbecue place. I texted my Korean friend, and he said it's legit. And I tell you what, it was really, really good. I definitely ate more than I probably should have, but we got ourselves a nice coquito matcha to help bring us down. So we're ready to, we're locked in, ready to go here. All right, standing by on the perf init, 15,000 pounds. Ooh, are we going to have center tank fuel? It's going to be real close. Let's go ahead and get the APU cooking. And start the APU. Take a listen outside. Flap 1 is standard. Yeah, I don't know if standard. I see all kinds of flap settings, thrust set. Flap 1 is very common. Like this particular departure, going out over the water, it's going to be a flaps 1. So let me do a preliminary, excuse me. Started chewing an ice cube there and I forgot I was streaming. Don't want to do that. Let me do a preliminary takeoff perf on SimBrief. See what they give us here. SimBrief is saying do a flaps 5. I'm going to force a flap 1. 52, 56, 62. Cell temp of 53. I'm probably going to use my SimBrief numbers, but let's see what the airplane gives us and then we will go back. Unless Mr. Level Up says we should just go with the SimBrief numbers, we could do that too. The bare metal and scissor tail, I know. Goat livery. Goat livery there in the back. Dennis Jackson says my operator does a flap 1 a lot in the 7.3. Yeah, it's 7.3, like I said. You'll see, I've seen from 1 to 5 to 15 to 25. Was it 25? The far by far the least common, right? But that's like our short field performance, John Wayne, things like that. But flaps 1, very common. Flaps 5, second most common. And then every now and then you'll see the 15. But again, like an airport like this, coming out over the water is going to be flap 1. Plenty of runway, we're super light. Current altimeter 2986. 2986 is set. We'll go ahead and start the chrono. Let's go ahead and get the APU on bus. Are we done fueling? No, we're not done fueling yet, so we'll go ahead and leave that as is. Seatbelt sign can stay off. We've got the chrono going for the bleeds. PFDs are much darker, you notice that? We'll go LNAV, VNAV out of here. Don't know what speed we're going to set yet, so let's hang tight. The Lady J4 has us going up to 8,000 feet. I'm just going to go ahead and put in our top altitude of 340. Because if there's no ATC on, nothing going on, so we're just going to go 34,000 feet top altitude. We'll wait for our perf numbers to get that final 100, or that final V-speed there, put it in the IIS mock window. We'll zoom this down. I don't have terrain on. I don't have the terrain mod yet. Transponder, we need to squawk. What do we need to squawk? 7384. 7304. I always do that. I always pick the wrong knob, even in the real airplane. All right, TARA 7304, position 1. That looks good to me. All right. With the Zebo, if you use SimBrief, download Zemo, save the XML to output FMS plans, you can import. Hey, thrust set. You might as well be trying to teach me Greek, my friend. Way too hard to do that. HD Sim, my man, thank you for the $2 super chat. Big up V1 Sim. It was a good meeting with Expo. Hey, HD Sim, it was a pleasure, my man. It was an absolute pleasure to meet you, put a face to the name. Thanks for hanging out. Stop by the channel, HD Sim. I appreciate the support. That Expo was so much fun, wasn't it? I had a blast. I had an absolute blast. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate the support. All right, fueling is complete. Seatbelt sign is coming on. Fuel tank pumps are coming on. Nothing in the center. We are on bus, so we can go ahead and disconnect the ground power, ground services. Disconnect that. Doors, we'll stand by on that. Let's do perf takeoff. LA. Dry. No, let's go back to this. Fuel imbalance, payload. 0 fuel, 23, fuel is 14.9. Okay, so if I click here, 124.2, execute. Yep, that checks. All right, that all checks out. N1, takeoff. I'm going to use SimBrief plans. I'm pushing the tutorial video today on how we do the airside service. Excellent. Yeah, I would love to see that tutorial, man. Do you suggest I use SimBrief takeoff numbers? Because SimBrief flaps 1, 52, 56, 62 with a cell of 53. 52, let's do that. 152, those seem more legit. 156, and what was the last one? 162 with a cell of 53. This is probably going to delete it when I put this in here, isn't it? Yep. Hey, that's a real behavior of the aircraft. I put this, that's why you always do this page first. Cell temp, I screwed us up. Absolutely screwed us up. What thrust was it wanting? It wanted, let me give it a 24K. Let me recalculate. Flaps 124K. All right, cell of 59. So we're going to do 59, and we're going to do 24K, climb 1, takeoff, flaps 1. This is going to be a much more derated takeoff, but this is much more realistic numbers here for everyday operations. 51, I don't know why I'm trying to do multiple monitors, I just use my FMC. 51, 54, and 160. Excellent. Trim 4.95. So it's giving me a 4.95. I don't like that. I don't remember the last time I said, it's close to 5. How about, let's just add a little bit. Let's give me 5.5 on the trim. Get me above 5. 5.5 on the trim. It was calling for 4.95. Give me a 5.5. 51, 54, 60. We'll set 160 up here. Yeah, see, I updated my SimApp Pro like AJ Funari told me to, and now my acceleration is broken in the MCP. That is unfortunate. AJ, you're a saboteur. You're dead to me. Dead to me. Let's see. Nope, not that camera. That's a good camera. There's the FCU cam. She's working, but we don't need it anymore. I think we're all set up, good to go here. Quickly, route legs review, and we're pushing back. LA Reno American 357, Lady J4 Castro direct Scherf Dingleberry 1 for the 17 right. Legs. We're RNAV into Docker below 3, Evose below 5, Mickey G, Malibu above 7, Lady J, Rugby, Orsos, Heijo, Castro, Scherf, Deputy, that's on the arrival. Total route distance 388, that checks. We're actually showing a route distance filed at 374, so that's a little bit more because of the, approach that we put in there. So that checks out. Perf data, let's verify. We're doing a 24K 59, it's 27 outside, derating to 59. Climb 1 thrust, Takeoff. We're planning flaps 1, 25 right, full length, 87.6 on the N1s, 4.95. We have modified that. V speeds 51, 54, 60. We're going to leave that blank. Try runway 1500. We're going to change that to American figures of 1000 on the reduction. All right, that all looks good. I'm ready to go if you're ready to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and close up shop. Doors. Where are the doors? Ground ceviches. Doors. Close it.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
So they're probably going to push us on to the active. We're going to do... It's a long push off of a 46 Charlie.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Takeoff CG is 24.7 at 4.95. Yeah, I was thinking about 5.5. I tell you what, if you need, I'll start collecting some of the data, some of the takeoff data that we have, and I can bring them. That'd actually be good to compare all the way around. I might start doing that. Anti-collision lights going on. Cockpit to ground, ground to cockpit, they're ready. Beacons on. Hydraulics on, anti-collision light is on, doors are closed and locked. Let's check the hydraulics, that checks. Back to the engine page. Let's run a checklist. LA traffic.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
What is it? Is it dot C10? 2095. Yeah, we're on the way through. American 226.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright, stand by. Before start checklist. Below the line. Probe heat. On. Hydraulic panel. Set. Doors, windows. Closed and locked. Anti-collision lights on. Before start check is complete. Brakes released. Clear to push.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Below the best front out installed on the safe information card. Place the vest over your head, wrap the strap around your waist, buckles in front, and pull tight.
5.5, Joe says? Yeah, we're doing 5.5. I've got it set. We're going to do 5.5 on the trim.
Play forward to the tube at your shoulder. Your life vest has a light that will turn on automatically in the water. Please refer to the safe information card for the use of the life vest on an instant. Flight attendants will distribute additional life vests as needed. We're going to check to see that your seatbelts are securely fastened, seat backs and tray tables are in the full upright and locked position, and you carry on your
Clouds look pretty good.
stowed underneath the seat in front of you are the overhead bin, leaving
pretty
the
good,
area
Chad.
around your seat clear. Smoking under use of electronic cigarettes are never allowed.
Oh, look at that. That beacon light looks epic on that bare metal. Are you kidding me? That looks so good. All right, ignition boom. We'll listen for it. Let's go ahead and spool them up. We're clear of the area. Cockpit around, clear to start. All right, start engine 2. 1, 2. My zoom. I gotta get my overhead panel working. Packs off, bleed set. Grounding 1 or grounding 2. Here we go.
It's fully extended. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Secure the mask with the elastic strap. Otherwise, the will be flowing the plastic bag and not fully inflated. Continue wearing the mask until otherwise notified by a crew member. If you are traveling with children or anyone needing special assistance, always place your mask on first. Ladies and gentlemen, remove your face cover before placing the oxygen mask over your nose and mouth. We're here for your safety and comfort. Please report any conflict behavior to a flight attendant or report.
Oh. Did you hear that? Wingnut, it's real life, dude. That light off sound was pristine. Alright, EGT light is out. Good start on 2. Isolate, ventilate. Good start on 2, Cap. Turn 1. Grounding 1.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Oh, wow.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been
Sorry,
removed.
it's been muted.
Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and
I
have
just
fun
ran
up
through the
there.
after start checklist. I already ran it. Let's do it. Anti-ice is off. Generators on. Air conditioning bleeds. Auto set. Flaps set. Flight controls checked. Recall checked. After start check is complete. Mick Oatmeal, my man. What's up, dude? He says, do you think you'll ever fly the Fearless 74 Classic? I do. I can only personally endure the eyesore of X-Plane if it's the Fearless, and even then. Oh, my goodness. Mick Oatmeal, the eyesore. Be gone with you. Be gone with you. Alright, did we get a pin? There's the pin. Oh, look at that Astrojet right there. Alright, what are we taxiing? Man, I haven't been to LA in a while. Charlie? LA traffic, American 357, taxi 25 right via Charlie. Brakes released. Taxi light on. Enjoy. Whew, buddy. Let's take a Charlie all the way down. Actually, no, they do send us out on Bravo. Let's go right here, Charlie 7. And then we'll go all the way down via Bravo. Blair's World, short flight up to Reno, Tahoe.
American 226, taxi 25 right via Charlie, LA.
Sorry, I changed my mind.
545, radio check.
Loud and clear. Alright, let's go. Taxi out.
Right.
Flight attendants prepare for takeoff. Let's run a before takeoff checklist, please. Before takeoff, takeoff data and bugs. Closeout received. We're doing 4.95, but I've actually set 5.5 on the stab trim. 5.5 set. Okay, cool. Takeoff data bugs. Closeout received. Check. Flaps 1. Green light. Stab trim. 5.5 units set. Takeoff briefs complete. HUD in op. Generators on. Air conditioning bleeds. Triple check it. Auto set to the line. We're going to be number 1 for takeoff down there, so let's run through MCP ND. I'm flying. You're coming with me. Should be 256. Just because I haven't set it up yet, Dennis. I haven't set it up yet, that's all. All right, MCP set. Checked runway for 25 right. PA's complete. Lights are set before takeoff. Check is complete. HUD and op. Is this IRL? $30 minutes and we're taxied out. Pretty good. Gus, I'm not sure. I don't know what scenery it is, Gus. I think it's Nimbus. Is it Nimbus, Gus? At drop ready to use VNav on takeoff? We do. Thank you. It's set. Sorry. Yeah. LNAV VNav arm. That was coming at my displays. I didn't get to the below the line.
Jet 545 landing up 25 right.
Actually, I did. I missed it. Good thing I have the best first officers in the world in the chat box. Yeah, we're LNAV VNav off the ground. The only time we wouldn't do a VNav off the ground is if there's some sort of MEL or some particular situation. But no, our standard operating is VNav off the ground. Now, you know, LNAV, sometimes we won't depart in LNAV. If you get a heading on departure, you won't use LNAV. Yeah, we arm everything at the gate. Auto throttle, flight directors, LNAV, VNav, it's all armed before we push back. I just missed it. Gus, I need the boomer pack to get these lights fixed. This guy looks like a Santa Claus over
Jet
there.
545, departing 25 right, landing jet for departure.
I'm going to make a hot take here for Joe Schneiden. I actually like the displays on the other one better. These look too black. They're not black, are they? I don't know. I have to take a picture of one tomorrow. Maybe it's an option. They seem very dark. Paxman so far. Oh, look at that Amerijet 76. Get some. Got a story about Amerijet. If I remember, I'll tell you. It's a short flight, though. My PAP-3 is flickering today while on MobiFlight. I don't use MobiFlight anymore, man. MobiFlight's dead to me. Oh, really, Marcus? Yeah, we all, I think our fleet is all retrofit for VNav all the way around. Call me Shane. My name is actually on this version of the EFB Toga. Ah, okay, yeah. Shane, you got it, man. Shane, thank you. Let's keep it rolling, Chad. It's my last night. I gotta get home. Kids are waiting up for me. LA traffic, American 357, gonna depart 25 right on the Lady J4, LA traffic. All right, we're cleared to go. LNAV, VNav, armed. Oh, we never set our barrel ref. Oh, but see, that's going to take forever. Yeah, we'll leave it. I don't know what happened with my... I updated... Gosh dang it, I should never listen to AJ. I should know better. It's, what is it out of here? It's 10:10 off here, I think. Or no, it's 11... Just call it 11:20. 11:20 on the barrel.
LA traffic, Skipper 268, taxiing to holding point 24 left via Kilo Echo LA.
Right. All right, here we go. Spool up 40. Yoga's in chat. Look at that Astrojet. Here we go. Yoga.
LA traffic, American 226, loading up, departing 25 right, LA.
87.5. Check. $80.
80 knots. AB1. Rotate.
Oh yeah, definitely needed more trim. Positive rate.
You're up.
Fly with. Definitely needed 5.5, maybe even 6. Yeah, it needs more trim. Whew, brother.
400.
Feels good, but yeah, I had to almost go full aft to get the nose up. No, we just had a super D rate, 87.5.
1000.
That's interesting that the climb 1 is above our takeoff thrust. Flaps up. It actually rolled up Larry's World. We were super derated, 87.5. I could feel the difference though, post-rotation, amazing. It feels better than the last version. And the last version felt good. But look at that, that's how it should fly. I should get her trimmed up. Let's do after takeoff. Up, off. Packs are set, APU is off. Cabin pressurizing, after takeoff checklist complete. Trim it down a little bit, that nose down. Whoa, look at the shit down there. I can hear the speed trim working. Dang, it flies good, man. It flies really good. You hear that speed trim? I'm kind of fighting the speed trim because I like my yoke where I like my yoke, and even in the real airplane, the speed trim sometimes starts to kick off. Getting ready for the turn here. That's the F-mod sound bug right there, unfortunately. Alt F4 for sunglasses? Yeah, sure thing, bud. We're going to climb unrestricted 340, buttons pushed. VNAV speed, up we go. It wants to level for the SID. We're going to keep going. We got to get above 10 so we can speed up. Flight director will catch up here in a second. Unlike the bus, I do find myself flying through the flight directors much more on the second turn.
LA traffic, Skipper 268, boarding 284 left, LA. LA traffic, single flight, taxiing to holding point Foxtrot at runway 25.
It's 10,000, looking for 327 in the climb. Out of 10, let's go ahead and get those off, Log on to CBDLC if we need to. Blank that out. I'm going to turn my sim down so you can hear myself. Control S. It didn't work. For sunglasses?
LA traffic, single flight entering runway 25 left, lining up for takeoff.
Shift S. Oh. Oh yeah, sunglasses. That could have been helpful earlier. Man, it wants 326 in the climb. Tell you what, let's do 300. Because we'll never get there. 326, 300, that's better. I just kind of want to hand fly for a little up to speed here. Look at that.
LA traffic, sit and giggle flight, taking off runway 25 left.
And now the real test, do I need to change my settings in the iPad? Autopilot, Command A is engaged. We're cooking with gas. Now let's go ahead and go 310. Let's do 310, execute. Yeah, still getting a little bit of the vapor in the climb out. Golly, that glow off the wing is looking good. It's great when you're doing approaches into the sun. Yeah, I would imagine. Say intentions should work out of the box with X-Plane unless you need to set up with Skynet stuff with CSL, but intention. Really? All right, Dennis Jackson. I'll have to try it out. I hadn't messed with it, and again, only so many new things at any given time. This is all default, believe it or not. I will be using map enhancement here soon, though.
LA traffic Delta 26.
That high overcast cloud looks good.
Runway 24 left via Echo, LA.
Start turning some of these down. All right, getting ready to go through 18 thou. Chime on 18,000 set standard set once, twice, and thrice. Fly by. Yes, sir. So that's where it gets a little wonky out there. I'm curious to see what it's going to look like on top of this layer. We'll get up on top of this layer. X-World Pro, yeah, I saw a Q8 pilot doing some stuff on X-World Pro. Just had the CSL Flight plugin, shows live traffic. Okay, Dan, I'll have to check it out. Gus thinks I'm going to say there was. It's amazing how frequent Gus is here when we're in X-Plane 12. He comes out of the woodwork for his X-Plane 12 schools. Everyone waited until summer to fly X-Plane 12. Yeah. You guys are so fun. Bam, 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 bam. Here we go, Gus.
LA traffic Delta 2641 is departing over runway 24 left on dots 2 to the east, LA.
Alright, got that taken care of. We're getting ready to break out. Let's switch over to Unicom. What was it 22.8? Hey, you know what you're missing? Is the takeoff config button. Takeoff config switch is missing on the lower pedestal. If you know, you know. What a great live stream. Marcel, you like these X-Plane streams, don't you? Oh, look at that shot right there. Come on. Turk Heron, where are you at? Where are you at, Turk Heron? Can you slew just as easy as an X-Plane? Tyson, with the map, yeah. If that's not a trolling question, you can drag yourself around with the map, yes. That was our cruise 34. Alright, here we go, Gus. Gustavo's been waiting 84 years for this moment. When starting engines, can you feel anything in the yoke? No, you don't feel anything in the yoke. No engine vibration in the yoke, correct. Oh, here we go, Gus. Are you ready? Are you ready, Gus? Oh, slew stop question, I guess. Are we going to have the Bluebird 757 on this channel soon? Man, I have no idea. I sure would love a 757 right about now. You know what I should do is I should fly the Flight Factor 75 and make a thumbnail and try to make, just troll, pretend it's Bluebird. That'd be hilarious. I don't know, Gus. We're in the layer now. I want to go see my wing view, but I'm afraid I'll miss the breakout. Oh, is it coming? See if it's not too thick of a cloud because you can still see our wingtip out there. Man, we're in a nice little layer here. Clickbait the whole community. I flew the Flight Factor 75 again for the first time in a while. Thing is rough. It is rough, man. It's been rough for a long time. Looks slightly left on the cockpit view. What about this view right here? This is a good view right here. Oh, it's getting brighter. It's getting brighter. We're getting to the top. Chat, is it happening? It's happening. We're breaking out on top. Is this fake life? All you need is auto haze. You know what? I remember, I think I ran a, man, Dimitri. There's a guy that used to be on this channel. Dimitri used to be here a long time ago. And he got me running like an auto haze thing. And I remember running, I don't think it was called auto haze, but it was some type of plugin to remove that infinite haze. I tell you what, I look back to some of my prime X-Plane 11 videos when I had all the mods, and it looked better than some ton of stuff now. Oh, look, there's somebody conning in front of us. Okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Dimitri, yeah. Remember, guys? Remember Dimitri? I wonder whatever happened to that guy. All right, we're climbing out on top 30 for 34. Shift S. Oh yeah, there's with the sunglasses on. I've seen a few ants on this particular livery. I think the last livery had almost no ants. I think it's livery dependent. You know, I think certain liveries, bare metal and stuff, I think certain liveries make you have more ants. I don't know. But nothing crazy. Paxman, you were here for that? I don't think we'll have time on this stream, but yeah, there was a couple streams I look back, like if you look back to, like, we were flying into Lugano, when we were doing the OG Euro Tour in X-Plane 11, I think my sim was at its peak. Do you switch ignition left and right every flight? Yeah, so Captain will fly ignition left, and First Officer flies ignition right. so we switch it everything. Can't wait for the Bluebird 7.5. Me too, man. Have we decided our Bluebird 7.5? Have we decided first flight ever has to be? I just realized I was in top chat this whole time. Sorry. Have we decided Miami, Toncontin, Honduras? Is that what we've decided? Bare metal American, straight wing 7.5. We can't do anything but that.
No,
Right?
really good.
That has to be the first flight, right? Not like America West, Eagle, Colorado, Phoenix. It's got to be Miami, bare metal American to Honduras. Toncontin. We have to remake the video of what was it, Dog 6? We found that video on the last time we talked about this. It's a nostalgia video from way back in the day. I think I actually got a copyright strike on that stream that we were talking about it. Watching at the hotel bar in Guatemala. If you know, you know. Ah, I know. I know. Dude, I love Guatemala's a good one. I like Guatemala. I also like, dude, Medellin is probably my favorite. The Medellin long stay that we have. Best breakfast I've ever had as an airline pilot. Fresh everything. And I timed it right, too. They brought out fresh French toast. Oh, my gosh, it's the best. All right, we've reached 340. Seatbelt sign is coming off. We don't have a whole lot of time. Let's put the prog page up here. We're only 279. We got about 20 miles or so until we need to start prepping for our descent. We're locked in at 80. What's the slow flyby? Shift 1? Oh, yeah. Golly.
The unexpected turbulence. Enjoy the flight and see anything we can do to make it right to let the crew know.
No green dot. No green dot on this one, Mr. Marti. Next week we're going to do green dot L1011. All right, so this takes us down to Kanya. I got to look at this approach again. I got to look at my approaches real quick. I might have to change the box around. Now, if we just go to clock, we'll be good to go. Plan mode here, zoom you in. Boot goofing. So after goofing, we're gonna go to clock, right? So we're gonna modify this. We're gonna go clock right after goofing. We're gonna close it up. Execute. Clock goofing. I'm modifying my approach just to make it easier on us when we get down there. Max, we're gonna do clock is we're gonna make you a hard 10,000 feet to make sure we're on the money here. Clock is a hard 10. Execute. All the way down to 17 right on the ILS, because I believe 17 left was noted out or there was something going on. So we're gonna plan 17 right. All right, looks like we've got a glide path 3.1. It is a steeper approach. Descent page, we're gonna target 7-8. And I think there's weather, so let's just keep it 7-8, 310 in the descent. Forecast. Let's plan anti-ice from 300 to flight level 180, just to keep our bases covered. I'm going to do my lucky +7. Current altimeter down there, last I checked, was 29 or 9 or 7. It's gusting hard. 2, 9 or 9 or 7. Execute. Alright, that's all set up. TOD in about 80-ish miles. We're locked and loaded. Control M for wake turbulence? What does that do? What does Control M for wake turbulence do? AJ, thanks for $3 super chat. I don't know why I can't hear any of the alerts tonight. I didn't hear any alerts going off. We'll hear that AM flight story on the podcast. Yes. On the podcast. Marriott. With the DC-6 out in 24, will you be seeing that, me flying that anytime soon? I don't have plans on it, so we'll see. Didn't Bluebird just post something today with winglets on the 7.5? But I agree. All 7.5 should be flown wingletless. I agree. The window shade. Little glare on the window shade. If you hit it and look at Alex in the front, it'll show his wake when you get to wake turbulence. Really? Left control M, you say? Whoa! Oh yeah, there's the wake turbines, I see. How do I turn it off? There we go. Just turn it off. I mean, Ron, I do agree that the 7.5 with winglets does look good too. But straight wing better. Straight wing better, Ron. That's hot right there. Look at that view. That's the hot view right there. Monarch 7.5 with straight wings. Yeah. The most famous one is was it Thompson Cook? They hit the bird taking off. And it's like Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Thompson 1, 2, 3, declaring an emergency. I remember watching that video on YouTube back in the day. It was an original video. Back when there were no ads on YouTube. Didn't Thomas Cook just close up shop, kind of like Spirit too? Just one day they were in operation and the next day they were done? Try Control Alt F4, update ground terrain, make it look slightly better. All right, Water. Sounds sure thing, bud. Sure thing. That unlocked the core memory? I know, man. That looks pretty good right there. A little bit of anting on the leading edge. There's something about this view on the level up that is just, it hits hard. I think the engines are different. You know what? I think the engine models are different on the PMDG. Well, the fuselage seems more narrow on this model. One of the two. One of them either has bigger engines or bigger fuselage, because the proportions looks just slightly different, and I can't figure out what it is, but I just know it's different. What camera system am I using? I'm using X camera. Just kidding. X-plane default camera, baby. What I don't like is that you can't save your exterior view. Like, I can't go to drone view, save it, and then go inside, and then go back to that same drone view. It could be FOV differences. I said that too on the last one, Sleep Lantern. Like, maybe it's the fisheye camera of 2024. That could be it too. Bluebird Sim, MJ Chelsea in the house. What's going on, my man? Good to see you. Says, great job to level up for upgrading this model. I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan, man. Huge fan. I think it looks great. Helix Heart. So to slow down, so that was the Shift 6 view. If I go shift 4 and I arrow key around, it's like this. But my trick is I move the camera out, then I zoom in, and then I hit control arrow key. And then you can slow your pan around. Then I can go without the slow. And then you could do shift arrow key to speed it up to where you want it. And then now we could do our cinematic view there. Let's come in a little bit. A little jaggedy on the shadow there now. I feel like the shadows were sharper on the last stream. Surprise stream? Yeah, nightcap stream, dude. I saw this livery yesterday, and it's been itching at me to fly it ever since I saw it. So we did the 707 this morning because we had to make up for the last 707 flight. And then I kept thinking about AirCal. What planet are we flying over? Turkey. We're over Turkey right now. Herein. Don't you love it? It's crippling only, but on the ground you can open the door and move the interior camera outside. Yes. That's what I've done for this view, Wolfair. Yeah, that's what I did for this view, to get the outside view, you know, or else you're kind of locked in. So like, watch your ears. You know, if I wanted to do wing view without a window, you know, you could do. Well, I could kind of hack that window a little bit. You kind of mess with the model, you know. Try to find a spot like right there. If you want to do that, I mean, that looks pretty good. But I personally, as long as an airplane has a good windowsill, I'm a window fan because I feel like it's just more believable. But there are times when I like to chill on a view like this. The wing root looks good. It does, AJ. But AJ, I'm still mad at you for screwing up my wind wing. Why does my wind wing do that now? I'm going to revert back. We retested the Windwing Cybertaurus stick, not yoke, and will appraise your Moza AB9. I do not have a Moza AB9. I have a Brunner CLS yoke. I don't know if I'll ever try the Cybertaurus stick out. I mean, I got a Moza AB9 base that I love. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it if Wind Control wants to send something out, but I'm not on any plan for that. But I am definitely into the Cybertaurus yoke. Yes, that I will change. All right, we're supposed to cross Sherf at flight level 300, according to AT Sizzle, and I don't think that's going to happen. Let me dial in 30. V1, my PAP3 doesn't do that on our jet. My CMAP is 11721 fixed issue of PAP3. Let me see. Hopefully this doesn't crash it. Let me see. Oh my gosh, I got so much nonsense running in the background. Where can I see my version number? I'm on 1.17.2. Is there a 2.1 that I'm missing? Yeah, apparently I have. Fixed issue or PAP3 end knob on Zebo. You know what? I probably needed to restart. I bet you I needed to restart the sim, or restart the computer. I installed the update, and I didn't restart. I'm on 1.17.2 beta is my version number on SimApp Pro. 1.17.2_beta. But I bet you I needed to reboot the computer. That looks pretty nice out there, though. All right, what did I say? We're going to set 10,000 actually, though, because we already made it 10,000 on the arrival. It's going to be our new descent, so we're going to set 10. I don't know why I'm on the beta water, to be honest with you. Antenna set. Yeah, I'll restart, try again, Joe. Yeah, I was on a mad dash hurry for this to get this stream out because I got to go home, pack my bag. I'm leaving for 4 days, so. Oh my goodness. Chat, can I get some real life emojis? Can we smash the like button too? 250 people for an X-Plane 12 stream and only 99 likes? That's unacceptable. If you're an X-Plane fan, you better have liked this stream. That is real life right there. That is real life, chat. Right there. I also need to get the, so there's a couple things I need. Gustavo, I need my boomer pack. I need the terrain plug-in. I need a LED light fix for other aircraft. And I want your rain mod again if I deleted that. I need my boomer pack back, Gus. Oscar, you can access Simber from the EFB. Yes, you can. I'm using my EFB next to me though, so it's so much easier for me to just look at my own EFB. Once I started using an actual iPad for streaming, it's hard for me to use airplane EFBs now. So I got to figure out how I can shadow my real world EFB to the computer so you can see what I'm looking at, because I split my EFB up just like I do my work EFB, where I have my sim brief on a narrow column with the flight plan, then I have my my charts on the other half of the iPad. So I've got it all there, insta look at it, so I don't have to toggle back and forth. Oh yeah, Gus, I forgot about the RJ-145. There is a really good 145 for X-Plane 12. I should try. We could fly a VEC flight for that. Now here's the thing. It's going to be level up, fearless, and I think I'm going to get the Chieftain after I get map enhancement. I'm going to take a look at map enhancement. We'll see how it looks. If I like it, we might do a hardcore, real-world, real-time freight route, which means I'm going to look at my logbook, and we are going to start the stream at showtime, which is going to be like 6 a.m. And we're going to fly it in real time. Yes, the 175 I heard is good too. Chili Pilot, or G-Pilot. I did hear that's good too. Saw the old U.S. Airlines in San the other day. Made me really sad. Yeah. How do you feel about this model compared to the Zebo? I haven't flown the Zebo in years. The reason I haven't done the Zebo is because my personal preference is I like having the sharpest, best textures that I can graphically, and I don't think it's a debate. I think the Level Up has that. So to me, it's more realistic. It's more fun. I get more enjoyment out of flying something that I enjoy looking at. To my understanding, Zebo is really good with the systems and everything else that has going on under the hood. I'm not denying that by any means, but for me, I gotta be excited about what I'm looking at on the screen, you know? And when I look at the Zebo cockpit, I'm kind of like, yeah, doesn't really get me excited, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever flown to Mexico City? I have. Visited there last month, and now my new favorite airport to fly into the sim. Tyson, why do you think we've done so many Mexico City streams, my man? I actually almost thought about doing a Mexico City flight today in this one here, but I was trying to figure out a route short enough for AirCal, and it would LA to Mexico City would have been too long. All right, there's top and drop. Down we go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the flight deck. Oh, hey, she cut me off. Oh, look at that beautiful pink sunset. Well, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, just got initial descent down into Reno, Tahoe. Oh my gosh. Fake pilot, I can't even do my own announcement. That was a terrible announcement. Well, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, got initial descent down to Reno, Tahoe. Only about 128 miles from the airport. We touching down here just about another 25 minutes. Weather in Reno, it's relatively nice evening. Temperatures hovering right around 88 degrees. We've got gusty winds out of the south, though, about 25 miles an hour, and some scattered thunderstorms in the area. For that reason, I've turned the seatbelt sign on and remain on for the duration of the flight. Do ask that you remain seated Till the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Once again, thanks for flying American Airlines, sponsored by AirCal, since we saboteured them when we bought them, and just like all the other skeleton airlines that we parade around in, because we, stapled TWA, got hosed by US Air. Anyway, that's for a later discussion. Welcome to Reno. Thanks for flying American. Now we go. Positive Freight. I recognize that name. I've been subbed to the channel for some time. Oh, I just flew through that contrail. But I haven't joined a stream in 2 years. Last time I remember you were flying the 320, now you're on the 73. How did that happen? Positive Rate. Well, my last operator went out of business, my man. I used to fly for Spirit Airlines. Best job I ever had, dude. Best job I ever had. I saw the writing on the wall. So I was fortunate that I left when I did leave. I was able to secure another job. I landed softly. And I wanted something new, man. And something new I got. What's going on with the weather radar? Do we have weather radar in this? Alright, we're on the RMP, we're down we go. We're on path, FMC speed. Just get a little bit fast on us. How's the long haul itch catching me? You're talking about real world? Not at all, man. 3 hours, get me out of an airplane, dude. Weather radar will be back in the next update of X-Plane 12. Awesome, good to hear it. There's 260 for, I imagine, what's that for? Dungle letter above 21. Let's see what she does here on the descent. We are +1C. Let's get the cowls on. Oh, brother. Hit the like button if you ever turn the hydraulic pumps on off when you meant to turn the anti-ice on. Now, I'm going to do something unrealistic, but I'm doing it because I learned my lesson the last time. I'm going to turn on the wing anti-ice. Wing anti-ice is hardly ever used in the 7.3. This wing does not accumulate ice. It is a really good wing. Very rarely accumulates ice. Now we're getting some chop, guys. We're getting some chop. G-loaded camera. Oh, brother. That's too much. I hate to do this, but I gotta do it. What is it? Settings. Accessibility. 25%. Done. There we go. 25% max. We'll never forget the anti-icing again. But listen. I've flown with some guys that have flown this airplane a very long time.
545, experiencing light chop.
Yeah, we're getting it too. And they're like, I haven't turned on anti-ice in 25 years. Or I've used wing anti-ice one time in 25 years, son. Look at that wobbling out there. Yeah, we're in it now. Where's my weather radar? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, just update from the flight deck here. Currently the weather radar is inoperative, so we're just going to go ahead and wing it. I think we're flying through some pretty large thunderstorms here. So if you're up and about, please return to your seats immediately. Thank you. Flight attendants, prepare for landing. We'll chime them early. They've been seated. Recall's up. 6-7. Check. Is there no above or below on this one? I don't think so. Go back to 50% camera? No, dude. 50% is way too aggressive. 6-7, right? 6 plus 1. So 6 recalls and 7 is the master caution. 6-7. Or you could do 6 plus 1, nothing sticks. Or I got 6, nothing sticks, because that's what you're checking for, right? If there's a recall item, it will stick on. What auto brakes are we using? That's a great question. We didn't prepare for this at all. All right, we're going to plan a flap 30, 143, 110.9, final approach course 167. How long is the runway? Auto 2, we're landing at 4,000 feet. Let me take a look here again. It's 11,000 feet. Yeah, we're planning for Auto 2. All right, Auto 2 flaps 30. 30, 143. And we need 110.9, 110.9, 110.9 set cross check. I agree, Jeff. It's looking good, dude. I agree. It's looking good. Imagine with map enhancement. Look, we got a little Virga simulation here. Is that some Virga? A varying intensity, rain gradients aloft, indicative of rough air. It's like that's the X-plane attempt at Virga right there. Between layers is looking really good. We're out of the alleged ice. I'm going to get the wing and ice off for now. We'll leave the engine ice on for a little bit longer. We do have a little bit of tailwind, but she seems to be doing just fine on the VNAV. There's no Virga? All right. That looks good, doesn't it? Are we through 18 yet? Almost. Let's pretend we're through 18. Wing lights coming on, logo lights are coming on. We'll go ahead and get turn-offs on so we can look at the juicy light of view. Let's do a descent checklist, please. Descent checklist. Altimeters. Let me refresh my METAR. 23 minutes ago, 2999er. Two 999, set once, twice, and thrice. 2999. Set. Approach preparation is completed. Pressurization checked. Train display in op. Lights set. Descent checklist complete. Turn down these floods a little bit. Get it nice and cozy in here. There we go. How's the transition between the METAR stations been? That's one thing I've noticed seems to be a little bit off, Jeff. I think the live weather in Microsoft 2024 is better than the live weather in X-Plane 12. Now, keep in mind, I'm not using any weather add-ons. I don't know if that will fix that, but do you guys that fly X-Plane a lot, do you agree with that consensus? I feel like it's either ahead or behind of what the METARs typically show in X-Plane 12 by default. Microsoft could do haze. I will tell you that. They can do haze and smoke because I flew into... but it definitely looks better at distance here. If you want to test it out, fly into Glacier Park GPI right now in Microsoft 2024, and the smoke is pretty thick. But the haze layer at distance looks pretty good here, that's for sure. You bought Active Sky too, and it's still not... Yeah, Marcel. I remember having all those add-ons, man. Active Sky, Rex, Atmos Core. There's a Metroliner coming out for X-Plane 12? Mango. Stop. Don't get me excited for more airplanes than X-Plane 12. I can only handle so many. Is Rex abandonware? Probably. Aviation Pro, what's up, man? We did a last-minute stream tonight. LAX to Reno, Tahoe. We are descending on the arrival, going through decel speed. Let's get a little bit of... Well, don't add thrust to me now. What are you doing? Oh, we went into arm mode. Oh, chat, it's in arm. My thrust levers were up. That's correct behavior. Now we really need the speed brakes. 3 greens, my man. Thank you for the 15 Ozzy. Appreciate you. Just watched the Clipper 707 stream. Which one? I could have backseat drove that stream so good. You forgot an AC hydraulic pump and the different nacelle design on engine 1. Legend has it those brakes are still cooling. Yeah, buddy. 3 greens. Thanks for the 15, Ozzy, man. I appreciate you. Hope all is well. I tell you what, that 707 for the price, man, it's freaking fun, dude. It's a whole lot of fun, man. I'm enjoying it. I really am. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We're definitely going to fly it again. I'd love to see a little sound pack for that thing. A little sound pack for the 7.0. Why are my ailerons turned? It's making me nervous. Let me turn the wing heat on real quick. My ailerons are not... Oh! I know why, because we went into the menu. Chat. Someone needs to remind me. Anytime I open a menu in X-Plane 12, you gotta reconnect the Bruner software. Alright, we're 12,000 through field, so let's get the rest of our lights on. We'll pretend we're clear to land. All that good stuff, cleared approach, all lights are set. Let's run a before landing checklist. Approach briefing is complete, seatbelts on, PA's complete, recalls checked, auto brakes 2, HUD in op, radios and displays. Let's see, we'll hold it there. We're gonna wait for... What are we waiting? What's our identifier? It's gonna be iReno 110.9. Let me double check. 110.9 is set. So we'll wait for iReno to pop up in the DME. Yeah, I know the anti-ice is still on. I'm going to turn it off now. I thought it was because I saw my yoke turned. I was like, are we getting some asymmetric icing? But no, it was because I disconnected the Bruner. Sounds are so good, man. All right, turn them up more. Oldest plane I've flown, like ever? Probably got to be some clapped out Beech 99 A model that used to fly passengers for U.S. Airways Express or Chautauqua Republic, and then somewhere else, and then it ended up at Ameriflight. Probably some old A model 99. I've also flown some really old 150s, 152s. I still remember the tail number of one. November 123 Golf Juliet. Someone looked that up. I think it's a Cessna 152. November 123 Golf Juliet. It was a carbureted Cessna at my flight school a long time ago. I don't know how old that one is. Jeff, dude, we need a 99 so bad. I think it's... imagine what you could do with the Beech 99. You could fly passenger ops, you could fly cargo ops, medevac ops. It's the Swiss... Well, what's the knockoff Swiss? Because it's not the... You know, the Swiss Army knife would be the King Air. Because it's premium. I need a non-premium style, do everything reference. Chinese? It's like the Chinese Swiss Army knife. That's the Beech 99. No pressurization, but it's fast, it's a tank. One of my most favorite airplanes to fly, man. Beech 99. Get a C model with a pod, fly in some icing conditions. Love it. Alright, there's 10,000. Let's go ahead and reset. We'll say we're clear at approach. We'll set 7,400. We're right at S speed. Let's get the flaps 1. We'll speed intervene as well, 210. Actually, let's do 190. Flaps 5. Reno traffic, America 357. We're just over a clock for the ILS 17 right, Reno. Alright, 190, flaps 5 is set. Oh, we need to go over to CTAF.
Reno traffic, Amerijet 545, entering RNAV Yankee 17 right. We'll try to keep spacing. Amerijet 545.
Switch over to CTAF on 18.7 if you will. Alright, we got a decel point up here. Let's see what happens. LNAV, VNAV, VNAV path, feather altitude set 7400. Yeah, this with map enhancement would look absolutely fire right now. Look at the dark sky. This, that does look good. Are we flying FSX today? Hey, get out of here, Infian. Dead to me. You never flew the virtual cold one? I did, Jeff. I did. Believe it or not. I actually, when I saw that they were making a Beach 99, I reached out to them. They sent me a review copy, and I did not review it because it was rough. Now, that was a very long time ago. I don't know what it is now, but yeah, the virtual cold, I did try it. I did, yes. In 2020. You could take off and shut the engines off and keep flying indefinitely. To your right, bogey, 3 o'clock? Really? Turning in tight on the RNAV. Alright, there's our TD. Here we go. Let's come back to a 180. Flaps 10 helps with the descent profile. Flaps 10. I don't know why.
We got traffic UPS 446, taxiing 117 right to be Alpha.
Reno traffic, American 357 at 9,200, getting ready to turn about a 5-mile final for the ILS 17 right Reno traffic. I have terrain on, guess.
We have traffic, American 545, short final, RNAV Yankee 17 right, Reno.
I got no terrain mod, Gus. No, I don't want center twice. I don't have the terrain mod, so I don't have VSD. Once we make this turn inbound, for you 220 fans, we try to adhere by the same procedure about staying in LNAV, VNAV until inbound to the FAF. So discus on this approach would be when we would arm it. Now, you know, it's a 7.3. It'll arm. If I arm it right now, it'll do a pretty decent job. It's not like the 220 where it'll just blast right through the friggin' localizer because it's trying to, you know, has an identity crisis. But yeah, we try to stay with the practice LNAV, VNAV.
1,000 to go.
All right, Zompo inbound. No worry, Mango. Now there's a hill here that always looks dangerously close. I believe this is a Barrow Temp airport you got to check out to, yeah, look at this hill. That is a real life sight picture. I've done Reno enough. That is a real life sight picture. You come in at this hill, I triple check my chart. I'm like, what's that hill there? Yeah, there's a hill right there, 6146 over Discus. You do not want to be low on this approach. You do not want to be low.
American 226, turning inbound, ILS 17 right, 5 miles, Reno.
So we are Discus inbound, which is 10 miles. Reno traffic, American 357, 10 mile final, 17 right, Reno. All right, let's start dialing it back. Let's arm the approach. We're inbound, close enough, we're on the final. So approach, loc, glide slope, single channel. Glide slope captured, missed approach altitude. 13,000 feet. Set. Discus inbound. Gear down. Flaps 15. 147, come all the way back. 142, plus 5, 147. Yeah. Flaps 25. And flaps 30. Below the line. Speed brakes, armed, green light, gear, down green, flaps 30, green light, 4-lane checks complete. Ireno is verified, set, cross check. Alright, chat, let's do this thing. Autopilot's coming off. Look at that pitch attitude. Shane, you're cooking. You're cooking. That's much better than what we had yesterday. That looks very good, Shane. If I could just fly it better, it'd be even better. Reno traffic.
Clear up. 17 right.
Reno traffic American 357. 5 mile final, what's up right? Right, so not coincident. So, 2 rights out the window.
As feed stabilized, Moza Force have to say.
17 right via Charlie Reno.
Ooh, feel that turbulence coming around. Look at the N1's right about 59, 60. We are at higher altitude. Alright, we can land with the auto throttle on, but let's have some fun. Auto throttle's away.
2 mile final, 17 right, Reno.
Let's knock it back 2 knots. Ooh, big sinker there. Ten knot crosswind. I feel like I'm in a sim.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Deployed. That rudder keeps setting on
80 knots.
80 knots. Manual braking. Oh, we missed that one. Auto brake, disarm. We got the disarm light. Let's keep it rolling. Reno traffic, American 357, clear at runway 1 set right. Papa, going to ramp. Reno.
Shifted during the flight. You may now use mobile phones and other handheld electronic devices. However,
Alright, let's take the inner. Up and after.
before you leave the aircraft, please be sure to check your seat pockets, the overhead bins, and the floor area around your seat for any personal articles.
No mods.
you may
No
have brought
mods
on
at all.
board.
Whoever asked that aviation mic? Yeah, 0 mods, my friend. 0 mods. X-Plane is back, chat. X-Plane is so back. Alright, boom, boom. We'll keep that. Boom, boom.
Reno traffic, American 226, 5 mile final, 17 right, Reno.
Next thing is I need to get my overhead panel working. Alright, I have to take off from the FO sign, so let's go. Flight director's off. Reset the trim. Look at that, trim's right about 7 units. That's a pretty, I would typically find my trim. I've been keeping an eye out after landing. Around that 7 to 8 mark is where I've been finding my trim on the NGs after landing. Alright, we'll get the APU cooking. Yeah, the landing LED with that plane on final, dude. Yeah, looks good, doesn't it? I could see the guy's beacon on the guy holding short when we landed. That was so cool. X-plane is back, Chad. X-plane is back. We're crossing this one. Clear left, clear right, clear across. I'd get all my lights if I had an overhead panel working. Look at that beautiful sight. Yeah, I need Gus's light mod. Turn it down a little bit. Hear the APU spooling.
We got traffic UPS 446 landing up runway 17 right.
Dude, UPS is probably like, what the heck, man? I thought I was going to get out of here, not going to be any traffic. He had to wait for all these people landing. Who's that? Is that our American in bare metal? Followed us in? Sure is. Astrojet now. Oh, that's an Astrojet. No mods, no custom scenes, RC. Everything that you've seen today is 100% default. And the airplane is free. So if you own X-Plane 12, did I pass the terminal? Over here chatting. No. 0 mods, all default, and a freeware airplane, which blows my mind that it's a freeware airplane. I forgot the auto brake.
Reno traffic, America 326, clear west on the right, Reno. Reno traffic, UPS 446, departing runway 17 right, departure to the south via the Zephyr 9 departure. Reno traffic.
Oh, look at that 7.5. 7.5 blasting off.
Reno traffic, 69 and Zany crossing runway 17 left on Charlie Short 17 right. Reno.
It looks default too. Mickey G is salty. Let's take this parking spot because I don't want to. I gotta go. 7:30 was the plan. 7:30 was the plan to be leaving the office, so let's go ahead and taxi light off for replay mode. Now, I'm going to park how I want to park. The last DGS definitely parked me right of the center line. I tell you right now, we're on it. Yeah, we're bang on. Just a little bit more. Yeah, it's telling me to go left. We're not going left. I want to see the 7.5 rotate.
Reno traffic, 69 landing up 17 right, Reno.
Perfect. Brake set. All right, let's see. Red, white, blue, shutdown 1 and 2. Oh, I got a binding for that. There goes that UPS climbing out of here. Have a good flight, UPS. We got a little breeze.
See y'all later.
Little breeze 220. Shutdown, anti-collision light. I'm not going to run through the full flow. We're going to go into replay mode, and I'm going to get out of here. So, 2 blues, 1 red, engine dead. Yeah, that's a good one too. Let's take a look at the replay for final verdict. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure flying with you. Thank you all who flew along. That was a whole lot of fun. Love having a little Astrojet straight wing.
69 taking off 17 right, left downwind departure northbound, Reno.
What is career track flying? MD-80. He's in a Spirit livery. Man, taking an MD-80 out of Reno. Talk about spicy. All right. Let's go ahead and disconnect. Turn on the wing light before replay, he says. Okay. Should I turn them all on, Gus? I'll turn them all on. Turn on the wing lights. Turn on those. What if I do half the landing lights so they're not super bright? How about just like that? I'll do that for landing. Replay. All right, he's out of here. How does this thing NG feel to land versus... Daniel, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm pretty impressed at the flaring. We're disconnected. Let's go into replay mode. Let's take a look at it real quick. Let me analyze it again. The pitch and power towards the end here, way better than the version we tried yesterday. We were at around 59% N1, right around that 1.5, 2 degree mark. It's pretty dang close. Is it perfect? It's not perfect, but it is. We're splitting hairs. I mean, it's really good. Before I would say it's, I mean, nothing can be perfect, right? So let's have realistic expectations. But I want to try another approach in this. We'll try it at sea level too. Coming in here, it's hot, high density altitude. Power setting is going to be a little bit different than your standard, sea level landing in Miami. So, but as far as the float versus flare touchdown was awesome. Like, I pulled the power to idle. So the best advice I ever heard for landing a 737 was, if you're coming, like the guy that that was teaching me how to land the 7.3, he told me if you're coming from the Airbus, you're gonna have to change your mentality. At 50 feet, I'm speeding up through it. At 50 feet, I want you to do nothing. In the bus, you were starting to do something at 50 feet. At 30 feet, guess what? I want you to do nothing. At 20 feet, I want you to start bringing that power back. And then also looking outside. And then by 10 feet, the power should be just about closed and your eyes should be down the runway. If you do that every time, you're going to have a pretty decent landing. And I'm telling you, it has suited me pretty well.
300.
Getting it down, getting that 5 call out, I mean, it felt pretty dang good. I was able to catch the nose barely, I think, Shane. Let's see what happens here. That auto brake 2, nose coming down, felt spot on. I want to see what it looked like here when I caught it. Let's see.
50, 40.
Oh my gosh. Did I catch it? Barely. Yeah, that felt, I mean, that felt good. Did we land long? We landed pretty long, didn't we? Oh, chat. Are we legal? Oh, the tail's in the touchdown zone, kind of. The touchdown zone markings aren't accurate. That's right. That was that felt real. I'm telling you, the control pressures on that were impressive. I should have, did we come in a little bit high over the numbers? Let's analyze this. Why did we land so long?
100.
It was a little bit hot.
50, 40, 30, 20. 10.
Power's idle. Oh my gosh, that's pretty much textbook. Let's count it. We want it to be 10 seconds from, what is it?
50, 40, 30, 20,
4,
10,
5, 6,
5,
7, 8, 9. Yeah, see? So you want to be like 10 seconds from 50 feet to touchdown. Let's try one more. Can I start the chrono on replay? Let's see if I can start the chrono on replay.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20.
No, not really.
10, 5.
Oh, elapsed timer? I don't think it works in replay. But if you count it out, it was a little bit long. That's just the 7.3, man. That's a 7.3 landing. I should have waited. I bet you I touched it. Yeah, look, right there. See? I started a pitch up moment at 30. I was a hair too early, and this is what caused a slightly long landing. Watch the pitch attitude.
150.
Don't do anything. Don't do anything. I did something. I did something at 30. I got a little anxious. I got a little simmy. Don't touch it at 30. Wait.
30, 20.
Now, my power's at idle. Engines are coming back. Eyes outside, looking at the far end. Freaking rolled it on greaser. So, by definition, was it a little bit lengthy in the flare? It was, but it wasn't by any means. I don't think it wasn't a go around. It wasn't unstable. And by golly, it was a freaking greaser though. Look at this. Let's watch this one. Oh man, we just rolled that sucker on. So, wasn't perfect, but that's airmanship. Wasn't a perfect landing on my part. But as far as how the airplane handled, I am impressed, Shane. I am very, very impressed, dude. Very impressed. So with that said, Wolf Harry said you did a ton of work on the touchdown sound. Yeah, the touchdown sounds are spot on. Let's listen. I loved hearing it from in front of the engine the other day. Let's see the touchdown from in front of the engine, and then we're gonna get out of here. Let's see the touchdown here. The reverser open up from this view is so nice. It's real life, Chad. Those touchdown sounds, Turk in the U.S. Welfare, if you don't know, he's our resident, like, nitpick, grumpy old man who yells at clouds all the time. He never has anything nice to say, so he's telling you those are the best touchdown sounds he's ever heard. That's a huge compliment. I've got to agree, man. This touchdown sound, listen to this. My goodness. All right. I can sit here and watch this all night long. All right. Back we go. Sails coming up. Full screen here. All right, I'm out of here. I got to go fly this thing to Norfolk tomorrow night. So if you live in Norfolk, be on the lookout for a touchdown zone elevation change on the runway, because I haven't been there in a very long time. Wind this replay back. I'll let you guys watch it. I'm heading out for 4 days. I will be back next week, though. I got a couple more days off next week. So we'll be back. We'll do some long haul. We'll do some X-plane. We'll do some L1011. And we're definitely going to do some more level up, because I'm addicted. Matter of fact, first stream back, I might do level up. Well, it's fresh in my mind. Heck, I might come straight from the airplane to the level up just to see what it's like. With that said, enjoy the replay. Shane, Wolfair, all you level up developers and mods and devs, you guys are awesome. This is an incredible free airplane that's really showing out. So I'm impressed. Thank you all for the support. Jeff, thanks for stopping by. Says I close my eyes on that one, it sounded like the real thing touching down. Yeah, touchdown sounds 10 for 10. You all enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the weekend. Post those screenshots in the Discord. It keeps me sane while I'm away, so I can see all the lovely sim action happening. And I will catch you all next week. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm B1. See you.